record. Okay. Well, welcome everyone to our June state call. Kind of hard to believe that it's already June of this year, isn't it? I tell you, this year seems to be flying by. But I want to welcome everyone to our call this evening. I got a lot to cover as usual. So let me get started here and let me share the screen and let's hope this works okay. All right. Everybody see my screen okay?
Yep.
Looking good? All right. All right. Good deal. All right. Well, let's get started here. For those of you that are perhaps new to our call, we always go over a few of the basic things right at the very beginning of the call, just to remind everybody of what we're trying to do. And we start out here with the Indiana vision statement, which is the same as our national vision statement, and that's to build a strong, engaged army of self-governing activists. Now, the Indiana mission statement that we've adopted is to restore self-governance by recruiting, training, and deploying citizen activists to engage in all levels of government. So that's our mission statement that we're trying to accomplish, which will bring us closer to realizing then our vision statement. Now, we've set forth in 2021, we set forth with some mission objectives that we're trying to accomplish here in our state. Trying to get to 70,000 supporters. Got an update on that tonight. Want to get some more younger people involved. We've got a whole bunch of young people. Everybody on this call is a young person, but we wanted to get some more young people involved. So we've been trying to do that, and I think we are getting some. 7 region captains. Boy, we're almost there, and we're going to add a number 6 tonight. So we're going to be announcing that very shortly, but we're almost to 7 region captains, and that's really good. I'm telling you that you region captains, you are going to be playing a more and more important role, in my opinion, going forward in our state. So glad to have you on. Glad to have you on. 40 district captains, got an update on that tonight. I think you're going to be pleased to hear about that. The call to action program, we did that early this year, had very successful call to action program. Education program, we're going to be rolling that out more and more as we go along, and we'll be talking about that more this evening as we talk about our roundtable meeting coming up. Jonathan and Brenda, I know, Jonathan, you're on here. I don't know if I saw Brenda yet this evening. Let me scroll through here and see if I see her. Oh, there is Brenda. So Brenda or Jonathan or both of you, any comments you want to make this evening? Glad to have you with us tonight.
Hi, Dale.
Hello, Brenda.
Thank you. Thank you for having us on the call tonight. I can give you a little bit of national news if you would like. The summer speaker series, of course, is underway, and the next one will feature Jim DeMint. I was just checking. Indiana is showing only 2 legislators that have actually registered for the summer speaker series, which you know, we're glad to have any who attend, but we'd like to kind of have more legislators attend. And to that end, I'm working to enable a voter voice direct from, let's say, myself or Jonathan within the state to send out another invitation to attend that series. For those that have registered, they will receive a copy of the recording of the speakers. Just like last week, we received the Rob Nadelson recording. They too will receive that without the Q&A portion, of course. And so we just encourage people on the team to, check in with their legislator. You'll see when I put the voter voice out, you know, if you can reach out to your legislator and say, hey, just a reminder, we have this one coming up this week. Would love to hear, you know, how your feedback on whether or not what you think about this series. The other thing is the original email, of course, went out on June 11th, and some folks were not able to find that. There was also a second reminder that went out, but we're going to continue to work on this to see if we can get more legislators to participate in this very important speaker series with the wonderful speakers that they're having.
All right, all right.
An update regarding the store. Our store will start taking pre-orders again for shirts and things, and we have some new hats coming out. It's going to be wonderful. I know another topic here with respect to the store has been pocket guides. So everybody wants pocket guides, and they are in fact just today available for pre-order from the store. And I happen to know that 30,000 pocket guides are being ordered, so we shouldn't fall short. At least for the short term, right? But everybody wants the new pocket guides, and the digital one should be available for immediate use. If it's not, I don't know if it's there today, but sometime this week for sure. And I'd encourage everyone to go take a look at the digital one. It's awesome. And you know, download that on your phone or on your computer. There are a couple of little minor things to do with the events. You may notice that in Citizen Builder, there is a source pull down for when people come to us, they're asked, you know, how did you hear about us? And it'll say Ben Shapiro, or it'll say Facebook, or it'll say other. And I don't know if Indiana used this category very much, but there is one in there for gun shows, and it will be changing to just a generic events. And so I wanted to share that with you.
Okay.
And I think at this point, I'm going to let Jonathan talk about the wonderful event that happened in New Jersey this past weekend. And Jonathan, if you'd like to talk about that, that'd be awesome.
Oh, we don't really want to hear about anything happening in New Jersey. I don't, you know, it's just
okay. They don't want to hear about New Jersey.
But if we must, Jonathan, go ahead.
Well, thank you, Dale, and thank you, Brenda. One other note that I want to note about the store is I just actually happened to click on it a few minutes ago, and I'm excited to announce that we have hats that are now available, new COS hats that were designed, look awesome, and they're now in the store, so you can order those. I think it's a pre-order as of right now. I don't think it's going to ship right away, but they are available, so you can check those out on the store when you have a minute. There are 2 hats that are on there, but I know there are supposed to be a total of 3. So just give it I don't know, maybe another day, and that other hat will be up there. But really some nice stuff that's the team is putting together. With regards to the event that took place in New Jersey, they decided to have Mark Meckler come out to their state, and they met in a church. And it was, again, just an opportunity to kind of get the grassroots together and really push for convention of states, but also reach out to our supporters and try to get more volunteers. Well, the New Jersey team just did an amazing job working hard to get the word out, and they filled the church. They had over 200 people in there.
Wow.
There was an overflow room. The overflow room was filled. People were still coming into the event trying to get in, and they really ran out of room.
Wow.
And the reason that resonated so much with us was because this is a deep blue state, right? I know it's my former state, and you know, I love the New Jersey team. But at the end of the day, they did an amazing job getting so many people to show up there. And I think I want to issue a challenge to Indiana, as I will to our other past states. Why can't we do something like that, right? I think that we can, and I think we should consider it. So what the New Jersey team did was they had a number of people on their team get up in front of everyone, talk about why they came to Convention of States, told their Convention of States story, had a bit of a panel discussion on that. And then they turned it over to Mark, and Mark talked and took question and answers from the audience. I think there's no reason why our states, including Indiana, couldn't do something like this. You guys have an excellent team, really great leadership team. So I don't see why we couldn't do something like this too. If New Jersey can do it, I don't see why the past states couldn't do it as well. So I just want to put that out there. If you get a chance, you can go to their Facebook page. They live streamed it onto there. You can watch a little bit for yourself, and then think about it. Maybe we can do something like that either in the fall or sometime next year. You know, it takes time to kind of put these things together and do it the right way. But I still think that the Indiana team can do it. So just want to put that out there, maybe a little bit of a challenge, and you guys can let me know what you think.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, Jonathan. Brenda, does anyone have any question or comment for either Jonathan or Brenda? Well,
yeah, Jonathan, this is Marty Wood. Got a question. We are supposedly a heavy Republican state here, Senate, legislature, and the governor. Unfortunately, we're fairly full of rhinos, but there are many states that are pushing real hard. Governors are going hard on critical race theory issues, on voter integrity, on a number of things. What are your thoughts on the past states, on COS getting behind some of these things and mobilizing large groups within the state and within past states to push their legislature, their governor? I've been talking to my legislator and my senator about getting back into a special session to address these things. People are coming unglued with our school boards and a number of things. And you know, how can we get the pressure and the people, the numbers of COS at the states level and at the past states, you know, to try to get in unison on some of these issues?
Well, I think that's a great question. And with regards to a lot of non-conventional states, areas that we can impact, I think that we can do that with the past states. And the way to do it is to kind of create proposals and submit them similar to what we do for non-COS legislation. Now, with regards to critical race theory, there are some things that we can do without necessarily creating a proposal and getting approval from the national organization. And what that is we can let people know when this topic is coming up in front of the school board. The Georgia team, the Florida team, I want to say the Texas team as well, have all recently sent out emails to some county areas letting them know that critical race theory was going to be discussed at an upcoming board meeting. Now, you have to be careful with how you structure the email. We cannot take a position on it unless we have that proposal that gets submitted, okay? However, you can provide information about a meeting that's coming up. So what do I mean by that? I mean, you can craft your email in a way that would state something along the lines of, Dear Patriot, or dear person's name, we wanted to let you know that your local school board is having a meeting on Monday night at 7:00, and they are discussing important topics, including critical race theory. We wanted to let you know in case you felt that you wanted to show up and let your voice be heard on such an important issue that is currently in the news and happening across the country. Here's the information as to when it is. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much. Sincerely, District Captain Name. Okay. So that, as you can tell, it's not something that takes a position on it. You're not telling them that they have to be there or what they want to say, but you're giving them the information. And let's face it, if they sign the Convention of States petition, we kind of know which direction they're going to go on critical race theory. So you don't even necessarily have to take a position on it. So that's the way that you can provide information on it. If you want to do something broader than that, then take it to your state leadership team. They can work with Brenda and myself on crafting a proposal and really going after this thing with a little bit more teeth. But I would also encourage those of you that are on the phone, not that I want you to take time away from Convention of States. We need everything that you can give to our organization. But if you have extra time, I encourage you, first of all, attend your school board meetings, but also consider running for the school board, being a member on that. We need to have Convention of States people involved in the school boards, local political organizations, town councils, wherever. We need Convention of States people there, and building relationships and really kind of keeping our eyes and ears open to as many things as we possibly can. But again, I'm not asking you to take on another role or anything like that. If you've only got so much time to give, I want you to give it to Convention of States. But if you do have some extra time, I do encourage you to do that, because it's just too important for us not to.
Well, I think that's the self-governance part of Convention of States, and to me, that's how we tie that in, is to stress the self-governance part. And Marty, I'll tell you, I know I've asked Paul to be on the lookout for this too, to see if there's any legislation in the process or being cooked up, coming up here in Indiana, because I think we would be very interested to know that. So,
yeah, and I appreciate the clarification, because I think from a strictly COS perspective, it'd be nice for all the past states to understand how we can all work together and what specific COS initiatives we can all work on within our respective states and with each other. And I'm speaking to the strictly COS side of the equation.
Yeah.
The other side of it is, just as you mentioned, Jonathan, it's still, how do we rally the troops to inform them about an issue that's come up, and we go at it with numbers, but not in an official COS capacity. I completely understand that. But again, that's how we start to whittle away and get people interested in school board, get people interested in local politics, as well as address some of those issues.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to move on here. We got
sure. If you don't mind me just saying one other thing, Dale, just a little inside baseball for you guys. Mark Meckler mentioned to us on a staff call that he has critical race theory on his mind, and he's thinking about ways that we can do something as an organization on it. So just stay tuned, and I'll try to provide as much information as I can when I can.
If you ever get a chance to listen to Mark Meckler, I saw him on a OAN news report here just about a week or so ago, and he addressed critical race theory from a Convention of States standpoint and the self-governance standpoint, just like you said, Jonathan. So I think Mark handles it and ties Convention of States to it very well. So he's good example there for us to follow. All right, Jonathan, Brenda, thank you very much for joining us tonight. You're welcome to stay with us the rest of the call if you would like, but we don't understand if you have to move on. So thanks again, guys. Thank you very much. All right, wanted to recognize we've got a new region captain, folks. Vicki Fisher has been officially appointed as region captain for Region 7. This is the only picture I have of Vicki, and she claims
Thanks a lot, Dale.
She claims that it's the only picture she has of herself. But this was from the gun show down in Indianapolis that you did. When was that? Was that back in January or?
No, it was in September.
September of last year.
Yeah.
October.
Yeah. So.
Okay, whatever.
I pledge allegiance to your face.
Yeah. So Vicki, congratulations.
Thank you.
And tell us, Vicki, what you got planned for your region?
Well, trying to find those self-governing citizens out there.
All right.
It's very challenging to get people in Indianapolis.
Now, for those of you, Region 7, geographically, it's a small region, but it takes in all of Indianapolis, and actually, I think you've got something like 15 districts in your region. That's the region with the most districts, but takes in all of Indianapolis. So it's quite a challenge. So Anything else, Vicky, that you wanted to mention?
No, just thanks, you guys.
Okay.
Thanks for everything.
Be sure to give Vicky all the support you can, and she's got a big challenge ahead of her. But I think she's gonna do great. So congratulations, Vicky. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, we always like to give out Patriot Pins. A Patriot Pin, for those of you that maybe have not been familiarized with this pin, this is an actual pin, a lapel pin, and we give it to those individuals that have kind of stood out, have displayed a real positive attitude, team player, really stepped up to the challenge. So from time to time, I always love to give these pins out because I like recognizing people in our state that do a good job for us. So we've got 2 individuals that we're going to give Patriot Pins to this evening. And folks, I might ask you please to mute yourself because we're getting a little background noise. So if you would please mute yourself unless we call upon you to say something. So without further ado, I want to announce 2 Patriot Pin recipients tonight. Number 1 is Susan Perry. Am I saying it right? Susan Perry and Diane Jones. And Susan, are you on?
I am now.
There you are. There you are. Susan conducted a bit of a town hall meeting in Richmond, and I'll let her tell you about that. But she was able to get her senator there to that meeting, Senator Ratz, and so I thought that was we all thought that was a great accomplishment for her. So tell us about that, Susan.
All right. Well, a lot of thanks go to my mentor and the district captain who's established here in the Richmond area, Thomas Schultz. He said, you got to reach out to your legislators. So I called their offices. I got their mailing addresses. I sent them invitations to my event, including Thomas's suggestion, a return postcard that they could just drop in the mail with a little box they could check if they were coming or if they weren't. And Jeff, and I believe you pronounce his name Rotz, not Rats. So we can try to be careful with that in the future.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay.
That's all right. Well, we're all learning. And he returned the card saying he would be there. And it was just a great evening. We had the other representative from our area is Brad Barrett. He could not make it to that event, but Thomas and I are in the process of setting up a chance to have coffee with him and get him more acquainted and educated about the convention estates. He's expressed a lot of interest.
Good,
so.
good. Well, we've got a few pictures of your event later on in our call that we'll be showing. So once again, thank you very much, Susan, for stepping forward and doing that.
Yeah.
Feel free to do more of that, okay?
Yeah, right. Next up is gun shows in Richmond in July.
There you go. All right. Diane, now Diane Jones, I know you're on tonight, Diane. Where are you? Unmute yourself again. Hello, Diane. There she is. There she is. Yes. Okay. And Diane set up a meeting with her state representative. You want to tell us about that, Diane?
Yeah, so Paul Phillips and I met with Martin Carbaugh, and I gave my elevator speech. I told, actually, Paul and I met a little bit before, and I told him I was really nervous, but I had worked it out, practiced everything I was going to say. And I gave my elevator speech and used the props that Paul gave, the Project 34 folder, and gave that to him, and actually just talked to him about his comfort level with having a town hall next year, and his suggestion was to do it by zip code, so it's a smaller audience and people might feel a little bit better about talking, asking questions. And so I thought that was a great suggestion. So I have at least 5 zip codes in District 81. So I'm planning on working that out when the primaries come, and just inviting everyone that's running. So it's a nonpartisan.
All right, great. Okay. All right.
meeting.
Very good, Diane. Thank you very much. Good job, and way to step forward and step out there. You know, Diane and Susan, they're both new district captains, so this is takes a lot of courage to get up and step out there and do these types of things. So we want to recognize them, and as soon as I get my Social Security check for July, I'll mail these out to them. So hopefully those of you that are still employed will continue to pay into Social Security for my sake. All right, so we'll do that when we get we'll be sending those out to them very, very soon. All right, well, we've got another pin that we want to hand out. We just started doing this one here in the last month or so. It's called a self-governance pin, and this goes to the individual or individuals that display self-governance, be it at the federal, state, county, city, community level. In other words, getting involved, doing community service, providing community education, or however the opportunity arrives, you take advantage of that and display self-governance. And the young man that we want to recognize tonight with the self-governance pin is Dr. Dan Stock. And we all know, if you haven't heard already, Dr. Dan presented a COVID clinic, educational clinic down in Greenfield, Indiana, this during the month, I think it was June 14th, I think it was. Had over 50 people attend that meeting. So Dan, I know you're on tonight. Let you, you want to say a few words?
First of all, I want to throw some severe thanks out to Jill Jones. Well, this is kind of her and my baby. She did like everything but the lecture.
Okay.
And to Ken Kashuba for showing up to video the thing. And then to Marty Wood and Paul Phillips for showing up to be supporters of this and answer questions for people there at the crowd. We had 90 some odd people there. And I don't know how many total volunteers we got from it, but we had a great convinced in a stage showing where, you know, Paul Phillips was particularly brave to stand up and not only tell people he was my patient, but tell the story of how he had gotten COVID-19 and went into the healthcare system, and his doctor wouldn't give him the ivermectin because you get punished right now if you're a doctor who works for a healthcare system and you write that for COVID-19.
Wow.
And then to tell his response when I wrote it for him was just very brave of him to stand up and give his name and tell his medical history and kind of let people see exactly what the government's doing in healthcare right now. And I would be, while I'm just proud as the devil of this pin, guys, and didn't see it coming, I'd be really remiss if I didn't mention those other names who were so good to support this effort and get the Convention of States word out through this.
Yeah. I want to recognize Dan for not only the information that he provided at this clinic, but the way in which at the end, the way in which you tied Convention of States and what Convention of States is all about, and how you tied that into this topic that you addressed. I think that was outstanding. And you know, there's a lot of, just like Marty had brought up, there's a lot of controversial topics out there that you know, that being part of Convention of States, in fact, is the solution as big as the problem. And I think you did a great job on presenting that point. So
Well, thanks, Dale. I think I started the whole thing off by telling people I was doing this because I was terrified, because when you know the biochemistry and immunology the way I do, you just shake your head and say, this can't be this stupid for free. And I told people this is going to sound like a medicine science lecture, but guys, it's really a civics lecture. And I don't care if you leave here knowing a darn thing about COVID-19 management, but you need to understand how this has gone wrong by your government. And please join me in turning this sandbox that I like playing in into a fun place to play again, instead of a kitty litter box the way it's become.
all right, Dan, thank you very much, Dan. And we'll get that pin sent out to you very soon here. So congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's get into some of our reports here. This is our standard districts per region report. These are our districts with in red, with a district captain, at least one district captain in place. We actually have some districts with more than one district captain now. But according to my count, we're at 41 districts, and 40 was our goal and our objective for 2021. So we're at 41 districts across the state. And you'll notice we've got district captains up here. We got Vicky now as the not district captains, but region captains. Vicky as now the region captain in Region 7. So we still got a couple region captains carrying more than one region. So hopefully we will, who knows, by the end of this year, we may get to we may have all 9 regions filled. That would be wonderful. I personally believe the region captain group is going to play a more and more significant role going forward. And I plan, we're going to talk about this more at our strategy meeting coming up in September, because I think this group is going to play an important role in the organization of our state going forward. So
Dale, what happened to Victoria Mooring there? She hasn't got one.
Yeah, she Region 3.
She's missing one. 79 isn't red.
Oh, yeah. You would think that she would have it all red by now.
Yes,
but,
yes, yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
You hang on. She'll get it. Don't worry about it. She'll get it. She'll get it for sure. Yeah. So that would be a first, folks. If Vicky does this and gets all of her districts filled with a district cap, that would be a first, to have a region with all districts filled with district captains. So I'm sure she's going to do it. I know she's on here tonight, so we're talking about her. Okay. All right. Now this is a new report. This is, and we're still working on this. Okay. This is a graph that we're showing to kind of give you an idea. You know, we started this data cleanup project actually last month, last month, and we had some problems getting started and understanding it, and we're still working on this out. But Larry Hartman is one of our SIAs, and he's heading this up now. And Larry, I know you're on. I saw you on the call tonight here.
I'm here.
You're here. All right. All right. There you are. There you are. And Larry's getting this together and trying very hard to understand what I want and what he can deliver. But Larry, you want to make a few comments about what we're showing here, if you could, please.
Well, first, I was under the impression that we were going to study petition signers. So that was the first draft that I made, which showed up to be 53,861. But then we decided that we wanted to compare just Indiana supporters. that comes up to about 57,319. We're trying to break down and trying to make sure that everybody had the +4 zip on their in their address. And so going through that, there's a a round number of around over 20,000 that we still need to add the +4 zips to. The thing about zips, the +4 zip that is curious is that according to Melissa and the UPS, the Postal Service, is that based on demographics, these zips can change. And that's kind of concerning because if they do change, I don't think the software is going to change them automatically. So, this is going to be something that is going to, it looks like this may be something that we're going to be engaged in constantly or perpetually.
And I want to stress the importance here of that 4-digit zip code. That 4-digit zip code could put without it could put a supporter in a district that he or she doesn't belong in. So with the 4-digit zip code added, that could put them into a different district, right?
Correct.
I mean,
correct.
so that's the importance of the accuracy. And Larry, if I want to move on here, but I want to talk about the duplicates column here. And if I understood your notes right, there are actually more duplicates than what are indicated here. Am I right? What this number indicates?
Yeah. When Citizen Builder identifies a duplicate, it identifies the first instance. What that means is that there can be a one-to-many relationship attached to a single duplicate. So, when you're going through the duplicate process and trying to merge duplicates, yes, there might be a husband and wife that's identified as a duplicate, but there may also be many other of the same person in that group that becomes part of the number of duplicates that are attached to that single instance that Citizen Builder identifies.
All right. Okay. The reason we'll be continued to work on this, and we'll continue to enhance our reporting on this as we go forward.
Yeah, and what's concerning about it is too with that is right now I asked National for a number basically of what the real number would be of the duplicates that are out there, because all this has to be done manually. Right now there's no solution. There's no filter to identify a number. And when I asked them if there was something that they could do behind the scenes, well, I haven't heard back from them yet. So
okay. My other purpose for bringing this up at this point here is what Larry's doing here is, and cleaning up these duplicates. That is reducing our head count. So I mean, if you can understand this, if we got somebody in there 3 or 4 times in that database, which that does happen, they're being counted 3 or 4 times in the total head count for our numbers. So if Larry goes in and clarifies and consolidates and gets that down to the one person that it should be, you know, you just lost 3 or 4 head counts. So that's why I wanted to show this now. The reason being because our supporter growth for the month of June was only 531 people. Now that's one of the lower months that we've had, and that is, I believe, we're feeling some of the effects of the data cleanup that Larry's working on, but it's something that has to be done. So we're going to have to continue trying to get more and more supporters, as we are always doing. I will note here that Region 4 led the way in June with 115, but yeah, 531 new supporters, net new supporters for the month of June, bringing us to just over 58,000. You know, and we were hoping to hit 70,000 this year, so don't know that we're going to make it, but we got to keep trying. All right. Okay. COS Indiana Live, a lot of stuff going on there. We've got, of course, Debbie Stewart is still on there. We're averaging reaching about 421 people a week, with average views of about 228 so far this year. So we're continuing to try and grow our broadcast every Monday evening. Some upcoming guests that were coming. We got new district captains coming up. Vicky's going to be on in July. So Brenda Carlin, we're going to have an interview with her. And of course, we got the roundtable coming up. Now, that's something that I really, really want to stress tonight. And that's this roundtable meeting coming up on June 28th. When this is good, this roundtable, this is a virtual town hall that we're going to do here. And we're going to do this. We're going to dedicate every 4th Monday of every month to a roundtable meeting. And we've been working on this for weeks now and invested a lot of hours. Rick, are you on this? I know you're on. You got anything you want to say about our roundtable meeting?
No, I just encourage everybody to come. It's going to be an interesting event. There's a lot of good content that we've got planned. It'll be interesting for both people who are leaders in COS, members of COS, but you know, our primary goal here is to introduce new people to COS, and you know, tell them what we're about and what we're trying to accomplish and how we're going to do it. So, okay, you know, spread the word and get as many people there as you can.
Now, just so you know, we're using the program that I use for the COS Indiana Live broadcast every Monday night. And basically what we're doing every 4th Monday, we're dedicating the whole broadcast to this roundtable meeting. So it's very important for all of us to share this through your social media contacts, share this upcoming event, and share the recording of it. Right now we will be broadcasting to Facebook and to YouTube, but we have this software provides us the opportunity to broadcast this.
I don't give you a phone number or an email address.
Okay, somebody needs to mute. This software provides us the opportunity to broadcast to other platforms, and hopefully I plan on doing an upgrade on the software, and we'll have even more and more platforms that we can broadcast to. So I think we're just scratching the surface on our reach on this type of virtual town hall meeting. So we're very excited about this. I want everybody to please plan on attending this, and please pass the word out. Share this and get people. I mean, we're trying to reach the target audience of non-supporters. We're trying to reach people to become supporters of Convention of States, growing the grassroots, and which is the same target audience that we do the COS Indiana live broadcast. So this is all about growing the grassroots. So let's make this a success. We really, there's been a lot of effort put into this, and I think it's going to be very successful for us. All right, strategy. Where to go? Strategy meeting coming up September. Just keep that on your plan, on your calendar for September 18th. Be our strategy meeting for 2022. So just want to make mention of that, and you'll be hearing more about that. Ken Kashuba, you on tonight? Ken?
I sure am, Dale.
You had any comments you want to make?
Got a few brief comments to make, so you can move on and stay on schedule.
Yeah, we're kind of running long tonight. Go ahead.
We'll get these out quick. Before I get to those, I just want to say, as far as Dr. Dan's video, it has 76 views so far, and that's before we even have it posted on any of our platforms. So I'm looking for a way to get that video presented the best way we can for the social media platforms that we can start to put that out on. But I think 76 views so far is tremendous. So wanted to get that out there to as far as Dr. Dan's presentation. Roundtable promotions. We have two that we've put out so far, two video promotions that have gone out on Facebook. The third promotion will go out tomorrow, and then every day following up until June 28th, we'll be rotating the four different promos that we have produced videos for to get that out. So don't hesitate to share those video promotions with your area and on your social media. Go ahead and promote those, share them, get them out there. That'll spread that out a little bit. And I know Rick has done a reach out to our social media warriors to share the information about that meeting as well. So we're trying to get that out and spread it out as far as we can. Newsletter contributions. Again, we're continuing and on pace to get the newsletter out again. We will be bringing that we look to get that out now. Once this state call is over with, we'll be putting together our final contributions and getting that newsletter out to hit beginning of July. Comms team meeting will be on July 5th, first Monday. We will be following the infamous Indiana Live, COS Indiana Live program that Dale does. And we always meet to talk about what's coming, what we're looking to do the upcoming month, and also to do a little critique of Dale's latest program. We also have a comms Slack channel out on Slack. That is for anybody on the comms team. We'd like to continue to see contributions and anything that has to do with the comms team regularly posted in that channel. And then the last thing I have basically is we're still working with a couple of people that have experience with on the radio side to again, try and get the PSAs expanded. It's been a little bit slow going, getting those people, getting communications back and forth with some of the people that we are looking to do that with, but we understood when we undertook that it was going to be a slow go in getting PSAs connected up with radio stations. So that's all I have, Dale, unless you've got something else that you slated that you wanted me to talk about.
Nope. Sounds good, Ken. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Well, Paul cannot be with us tonight. I think he's in St. Louis, as a matter of fact, with one of his kids needed some medical attention. So Paul's not with us tonight, so we'll see him on our next call. And George, that brings George up. George, you're there?
Yes.
Yeah. Have I missed these are new district captains that I saw on the LMT. Have you talked to these? Is that a husband? I assume that's a husband and wife, Mike and
Yes.
Gloria Gibson.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a couple district captains that are spousal teams, I guess you call it. And I think that works really well. So, you know, district captains out there that if you're married, you know, drag your spouse along with you. And you got to have the support of your spouse, you know, if you're gonna do this, or, you know, do anything and do it well. You got to have the support from your spouse. But, other than that, I really don't have anything else to report, Dale.
Yeah, we've got still have about 9 volunteers that we're still processing on the LMT. You know, we got it has the influx of new applicants and new volunteers to our LMT has started to fall off. So and we are getting them processed and handled. So so we got to keep going, keep inviting more people to join us here. So all right, and that's all these are all the district captains that are in training at the current time. I know I always put this up. I know this, you can't read this, it's too much information here, but this is we still have a lot of district captains in training. And unfortunately, we've got some district captains here that haven't done much in their training. So we're going to need to be working on getting them going so that we can get them in place and be productive district captains. So that's kind of how we stand on the training. And Gary, we got you coming up now. And this is, Gary, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is the Mission Excellence Plan. And I've kind of spread it out here a little bit, so it might be easier to read. You want to, any comments you want to make, Gary?
Yeah, Dale, I want to recognize 4 people that have done an outstanding job in the last month. Number 4, Jill Jones, down in Region 6. Number 3, Vicki Mooring in Region 3, who's the region captain there. Number 2 in gaining points was Thomas Schultz, who's in Region 6 and also a region captain. And our number 1 in points that help us measure our success and see what we're accomplishing goes this month to Diane Jones. Diane racked up 44 points, 22 in general and training, 12 in building legislative relationships, and 10 points in growing the grassroots. Another thing I want to introduce for the first time is we have 2 regions that are just neck and neck. In fact, 2 different regions racked up 100 points each. That would be Region 3 and Region 6. And so that's exciting to see. One of the things I noticed, though, is that there's a lot of people who did a lot of things that didn't get posted yet to the Mission Excellence Tracking Report. If you get those on there, that's good. We'll rack those points up as we go along. For the month, we had a total of 326 points. And so far this year, we're knocking it out of the park in comparison to what we've been doing, what we were doing last year. So that's really good. Lots and lots of activity throughout the state. Another thing I'd like to comment on is that a number of the district captains are doing a great job of using that phone app to report their activities. The phone app doesn't actually transfer onto the Mission Excellence Plan sheet, tracking sheet, but it does help us see what you're doing and what you're accomplishing in terms of connecting with legislators and things like that, especially, and participating in training. So good job to all for the month of June, and particularly a tip of the hat to Diane Jones.
Figures.
All right, thanks, Gary. Gary and I are we're going to redesign this. We're working on a way to get more of you interested in reporting your activities here. This is, you know, this is important. when I saw this, when Gary first produced this and saw it and gave this to me, I picked out about 5 individuals on this report that I knew they had some activities in June, but they didn't report them here, and they didn't have any points showing for their activities. So we're gonna redesign this. As a matter of fact, correct me, Gary, if I'm wrong, but every district captain on here ought to have a point for just logging into Citizen Builder, right?
Yep.
If
you log in once a week, you get a point for each time. That's 4 points. There are about 20 district captains on the state call tonight. Every one of those, that action is worth 3 points. So there ought to be 60 points starting out tomorrow morning if everybody reported their attendance in this state call.
That's all we want you to do is if you're a district captain, you ought to be logging on to Citizen Builder at least once a week. Most of us are on there every day. I'm on there every day. So, but as a district captain, you need to be logging on there at least once a week, and that would be you would have points to report on this. So we're gonna make this more interesting. So Gary and I are trying to come up with some ideas on how we're doing this. If anybody out there has got any ideas, feel free to mention it to us. But anyway, because this is an excellent program, a good report, and it's something that we want to continue to make better for all of us. Okay, I want to go through some events that we've had this past month. You know, we were talking about Dan's educational clinic down in Greenfield, and this pretty young woman here in the center, Jill Jones, is the district captain that organized that and put that on in Greenfield. So I want to thank once again Jill and Dan for conducting that clinic, or whatever you want to call it, that they did, and that was tremendously successful. So once again, thank you very much. This is Diane Jones. This is when she met with Representative Martin Carbaugh. So wanted to put some pictures up here of Diane. And folks, when you hold an event, or when you have a meeting with a legislator, I don't care if you're doing an information table, a meet and greet, whatever it is, get some pictures so that we can have something to show on our state call like we're doing right now. So remember, get some pictures. And this was Susan at her meeting down in Richmond at the Morrison Reeves Library. This is Susan, and then this is Senator, how do I say it? Rotz, is it? And this well-dressed gentleman here on the end is Thomas Schultz, our region captain and district captain down in there. So, and it's good to see Thomas standing upright. Thomas has had some health issues, and so good to see Thomas standing upright there. So, so I wanted to show some pictures of, as best we could, of that session. And of course, our dynamic duo, Fred Dennison and Gary Ridenour, and their presentation down at Bass and Bucks in Wabash, Indiana. This also occurred. This was their second trip, or second presentation at this place of business, Bass and Bucks in Wabash. And I think Fred said that they haven't got a date set for the next one, but they are talking about doing it again. So I think Fred said he thought they had something like 17 to 20 people show up for this. So it's apparently a good place, a good draw for presentations of this nature. So thanks, guys, for continuing to do that. Good job. Richard Loken did a gun show up in Plymouth, the Plymouth Gun and Knife Show. I didn't even know he was doing this until I was talking to him on the phone. And he mentioned it and sent me some pictures. Isn't that that's a fantastic display, guys. Had his laptop there and had a Convention of States video playing for people to watch. And of course, petitions to be signed. So excellent job there, Richard. Very, very good. You there tonight, Richard? Anything you wanted to say about this? I thought I saw you on the call. Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, good job, Richard. Good job. Here's some upcoming events that I'm aware of. Lake County Gun Show coming up in Crown Point. I think Dale Tipton, I think you're involved in this one, right, Dale?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. How you coming all right on getting that set up? Going to do an information table there?
Yeah, we've got an 8-foot table reserved, and we're already starting to put the crew together, so it's moving along nicely. You know, we've got some support from the events team that's helped to get some stuff together for us. So yeah, we're on schedule.
Okay, good job. Good job. Okay, Peru Circus City Festival, Peru, Indiana, Allen County Fair, Fort Wayne, and of course our roundtable coming up on this Monday on the 28th. So we got some events coming, and more events. As you know, more and more communities are opening up and bringing festivals and fairs back to fruition. So that's good. We want to take advantage of that.
Leo, can I add one event to that list?
Yeah.
Melba Kaiser has gotten permission for us to march in the parade in the downtown Noblesville 4th of July parade and fireworks festival on Sunday, July 4th. So, you know, I'd encourage everybody to go to that if you possibly can. You know, this is going to be it'd be nice to have a nice crowd holding banners and walking down through the parade.
Yeah.
There.
We've done parades like this before. Richard Loken did one up in Plymouth. I know.
We got some new signs that we're going to take to carry.
All right.
So we've got these for everybody. Whenever you want to use them, they're real durable, and but we bought these to help Melba with her parade. So please show up and help support her and what she's trying to do there. That'll be impressive to have a nice crowd in the march.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Rick, because I'm sure, you know, as communities begin to open up, some of these parades will come back into play also. So another opportunity for us to make a showing. All right, our prayer contact is Tim Heidenreich, and I know, Tim, you're on the call tonight. Is there anything, I wanted to give you an opportunity to make a few comments if you want to, Tim.
Yeah, thanks, Dale. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to clarify what this is for the state of Indiana, we send our prayer requests into the national team who's praying for us. And these are the kind of things that they're looking for. Upcoming events, legislative issues, critical roles, personal needs, or items that you just want to thank God for. And I'll tell you, it also works for local things. Like yesterday morning, George Ward called me and told me that his son had been badly injured in a fall and asked if we would pray for his son. We did. And then last night he let me know that his son was home and things were better. And I told him that yesterday morning we found out our daughter was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and he was praying for us. And so any of those kind of things that happen for you in your lifetime, you can let us know about it, and we'll get people praying for you right away. Because when those tragedies hit, you want somebody saying prayers for you. So whether it's business related to COS or whether it's personal, either way, you can let me know, and I'll pass it along to people who will pray. And one of our great prayer partners is Susan Lyon too. I just want to point that out, because whenever we have an issue, I let Susan know, and she's a big help too.
Great. All Thanks, Tim. Thank you very much. All right. Well, let's wrap it up here and go around the horn. Just mark on your calendar, our July state call will be July 28th. So that'll be the next time we'll gather here. Okay, I'm going to go back to the full screen view here, and let's. I know we're running a little over tonight, but hopefully we'll be able to wrap this up here pretty soon. So I want to go around the horn and give some people an opportunity to make a comment that haven't had an opportunity to speak tonight. Michael Ball, anything you want to say this evening? You're muted, Michael.
I'll just say that as far as Tim goes, to let you know, the gentleman we were praying for and that I told you about did survive COVID-19. He had it very bad. He's in my Sunday school class, and he finally got out of the hospital in South Carolina, and they brought him back to Indiana. He's rehabbing in a nursing home here in Martinsville, but he's looking really good. He's in great spirits and he's coming along just fantastically. And I want to thank God for intervening in that matter. And thank you, Tim, for passing that along to everybody. Other than that, I don't have anything. I've got an idea I'll talk to you about a little bit later.
All right. All right, Michael. All right. Thank you, Michael. Patrick, you got anything you want to say tonight? Unmute yourself. There you go.
Yeah, okay, I think I got it. I've just been working on our follow-ups. They've drastically, as you mentioned, went down over the last several weeks. I've been going through, since I haven't been doing so many follow-ups, working on the +4s in my district and the surrounding districts of Muncie and Yorktown. Trying to help out Larry and a couple of the other guys. Other than that, not a whole lot's been going on up this way.
All right. All right. Thanks, Patrick. All right. Who else? Thomas, you got anything you want to add tonight? Thomas, turn the light on. Can't hardly see you.
Do I have to turn the light on?
Well, and then on second thought, maybe not. There you go. There you go. I can see you now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Do I have anything to say?
Yeah.
Not much.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. Move on here. Jill Jones, how are you? You're unmute yourself. There you go.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me okay?
Hear you fine.
All right. Well, I just want to say thanks to, I know Dr. Dan gave credit out to myself and the others, but it truly was a team effort. And I just thoroughly enjoyed myself at the town hall. It was really inspiring. So I just was encouraged, and I thank everybody for coming out. It was a team effort. Like I say, there was 5 representatives from different districts. And so I think it just showed those folks really a family unit that COS is, and just that we help out one another, and we just want to see everybody successful and encouraged and just meeting their goals. So had a great time. And so I appreciate everybody. And we're doing the follow-ups. Vicki is helping with some calls there from that town hall event, and we're making touches. And I know the Gibsons, they were attendees at the town hall, and now they're district captains. So, I mean, that's exciting. I'm thrilled. So that's a couple there. And then otherwise, you know, I just hope we can get more petition signers, because we kind of had a glitch in our system, so to speak, for a petition signing. But I think people are really engaged and intrigued. They want to learn more about COS and how to really get involved. So I was pleased with the event. And again, I was just thrilled.
Jill, you told me you had somebody stand up and said they wanted to become a district captain.
Yes.
Was that the Gibsons, or was that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
That
yes.
was it. All right.
Yes. So again, they were there, and so I think it was just super. And Dr. Dan did a great job. I mean, I know he doesn't want kudos or anything like that, but when I had introduced him, I mean, he truly is a hero in my mind, and I think for a lot of people. So he's got a lot ahead of him, and I think just the way he promotes COS with what he does, I think it's truly amazing, and we all can do that in our different spheres of our influence. So, but I really appreciate him, and he is a great asset, just like everybody else. But people are wanting to get the truth, and we need to know who we can trust. And COS is one of those organizations we can trust right now. So.
All right. Thanks, Jill.
Yep.
Thanks, Jill.
Thank you.
Leanna from Indiana.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
I did meet my state representative finally. I met my senator last month, and I met my rep this month. It was kind of fun because I feel like I was a little bit of a politician because it was a group setting. We were supposed to introduce ourselves. So I said I was from Brixton and I went to Frontier High School, and my rep is from Brixton and he was on the school board for Frontier. But yeah, so I've got a meeting. Gordon and I are going to be working on meeting with him and Senator Buchanan. We've got a local meeting next week. Hopefully more attendance, but it is the summer slump, so we got to work around that. And then kind of off in the horizon in September, there's a festival up in Brixton that I've applied for a booth. They've let the White County GOP come in before, so I feel pretty good about us getting in, but that's just something I'll hopefully be able to draw some people in later in the fall. Early
Good.
fall, I mean.
All right. Thanks, Leanna. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, Vicki Mooring, anything you want to say? Unmute yourself there. There you go.
Yeah. I want to give a special congratulations to Diane Jones for all her hard work. And congratulations to Dr. Dan and Susan Perry.
Okay,
And
Vicki, your connection is fading. Your connection is fading. Sorry, Vicki.
there's going to be a district captain's meeting on July 10th.
Yeah, I think she announced a district captain's meeting, I think.
For a district captain.
All right. Sorry, Vicki, we're not able to hear you, so I'm gonna have to mute her. So sorry, Vicki. Okay, let's see. Austin Schultz, are you on, Austin? I see you. You're on here. Unmute.
Yeah, I'm definitely on here.
Okay. Glad to have you tonight. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No. I did comment on there. I seen the spreadsheet of the training and stuff. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I have notes jotted down. I feel, my type of work, I feel like I'm back in the service again. So I'm tied up with work and stuff. But I'm pleased to join. To be a part of the the ranks of the district captains and stuff. So I definitely look forward to it. I actually wanted to talk to Dale a little more about getting more stuff planned on going to spread the word a little more.
Okay.
So that's what I wanted to say. So
good. Glad to have you, Austin. Hang in there, bud. Hang in there.
Yep, I will. Thank you.
Glad to have you.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm glad to be here.
Richard, you want to unmute yourself? Anything you want to say tonight? Okay. All right. I saw a chat here that Jill, you had asked what time the roundtable starts. That starts at 7 o'clock. That's same time as the COS Indiana live broadcast on Monday evening. So that'll start at 7 o'clock. Debbie Stewart, I see you on here. Anything you want to say? Hello, Debbie.
Hi, Dale. How are you?
Good, good, good. Glad you could join us tonight.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm so encouraged by all the great work everybody's doing. And I just wanted to say that I'll be back in August for a Constitution lesson on the rights of homosexuals as outlined in the Constitution, what that looks like. And I was planning on going to the roundtable this Monday, but I ran into a group of people who are doing something called Arise America this Monday. And it's a community meeting about pursuing academic excellence by removing the political agenda.
Okay.
And we have the Arise America people who started it, plus Micah Beckwith, who was a former candidate for US Congress this year. So I'm going to end up going to that Monday. So sorry, I'm going to miss the roundtable.
I'll tell you, I'm going to make note of that. I'm going to make note of that. I'll tell you.
I know. I went from super volunteer just down to volunteer now.
Well, yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be a temporary thing. We'll get you back up to the super category here very soon.
Well, I'm sure critical race theory will be right up at the top. I've been doing a lot of research, so I'm really excited to get with this group of people in Noblesville and figure out what's going on.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Good deal. All right, folks. Anybody got anything else they want to say real quick? We've gone way over tonight. I apologize for that, but is there anyone did I miss anyone? Anyone want to say anything that they didn't get a chance to say?
Yeah, this is Vicky. I'd just like to say one thing really fast. Dan is the only person I know who can make biochemistry really fun.
I tell you, Dan, you're getting so many accolades. I don't know. I hope you can handle this. Can you handle all this attention? And
you know, I gotta tell you, Phil did everything but dress me for this thing.
This is humility.
This much attention, it's a little bit embarrassing. So I'll try and handle it as best I can, but I'll also make an offer. If anybody else can get one of these things together and wants me to come do that lecture for their group, guys, I'll travel from Evansville up to South Bend to do this lecture. This isn't flattering to me. This is just scary to me. And I think it's important that America know what's going on here. So if anybody else gets one together, guys, I'll go. That'll keep the ego in check more than anything else.
All right. All right. Thanks, Dan. Thank you very much. Well, folks, that's a wrap for this evening. And that's a wrap for June. Keep up the good work. We're a good state. We got a great organization. We've got great volunteers. You are all great, doing a great job. And just continue doing a good job. Continue reaching out there, continuing to get more people, grow the grassroots, exercise self-governance that you all are doing. So let's keep up the good work. Have a good summer. We got a lot of events popping, a lot of things, a lot of opportunities popping for us to talk to people about Convention of States. Support us on this roundtable series. I just want to mention that obviously this roundtable meeting is a virtual town hall meeting. We're calling it a roundtable, but it's a virtual town hall meeting. And it's not intended to take the place of the in-person meetings that all of you are planning to do, like what Jill and Dan did, like what Susan did down at the library. Those are important meetings, and we should continue to do those. That's how Convention of States was built, on those types of smaller town hall meetings. I'm just hoping that this virtual town hall meeting called the roundtable meeting, I'm just hoping that it's going to be a venue where we can reach out and attract thousands, quite honestly. I'm not satisfied with hundreds. I want to attract thousands of viewers to things like this. So that's what we're trying to achieve here. So keep up the good job, guys. We got a good thing going here. My clock just fell off the computer. So must be a time to end the call. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Dale. You did a great job too.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.